Like we always do about this time.
These kids acts. No. They wouldn't matter.
Right.
But the axes, the pumps, the kids that run the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
With no radio, they run. Yo, you know.
But don't you think?
I'm being real. This is for kids watching. These are kids that want to be somebody in life.
Yeah.
Radio is just it's politics. I'm being honest. For the kids that really want to, radio's respected. I respect radio, but I don't feel like, yo, it's
Okay.
so, it makes
Let
me
me
mad.
stop you.
No.
Let me stop you. There are some artists, right, that do start on the radio. There's some artists like a Cardi or somebody like that that get started and they get radio
it's
spins because they make records that are radio friendly.
No,
I'm not
radio
saying you
records
don't.
out there that don't get the radio
Of course
spins.
there are. I'm not saying it's a perfect system.
Listen,
I'm just saying there
this.
are some artists that break on radio that grow. There are some artists that break on internet. Yourself, Pump, X, that included. That some artists that break
run the game.
100%. And I'm not taking that away from you. I'm just saying there's a different.
What matters now? Like, what matters now?
Both,
Is it streaming or sales?
Streams.
Streams.
Yeah, streams.
If radio didn't exist, I'm saying the people you guys, because it's commercial, yeah. Oh my God, the face, it's clean, it's perfect, it's radio, right? When it's too controversial,
The face. Because there's
You know what I'm saying?
sponsorships,
Yo, I'm
and there's
saying,
children listening in
I
the middle of the day.
Yeah,
And there's certain shit
when
that can't
when
fly.
when I go to these radio meetings, when I go to these label meetings, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say?
What?
Yeah, they have to play this XYZ amount of times because it's already, it's a meeting. Like, we had a meeting about this. You have to play this. You have to play this 8 times a day. You have to give it these amount of spins a
I
week.
hear that, but that's not really all the way how it works.
It's all the way how
It's not all the way how it works.
I feel like the only way.
What you're saying is
They play-
partially, that's right. I agree with you partially.
No,
but
it's
I
right.
also think that there's certain songs that do well, because we try it. And I've seen them. This is not my job. I don't do this. I'm defending people who do it a little bit. A little bit. I see them sometimes pick records that are doing amazing on the internet, right? Then we put them on the radio, and they don't play for us. Well, you could see it. You could see people turn their radio stations when they don't like a song. There's actually meters that could show you when people don't like a song. So sometimes we'll take songs that do well on the internet, and they'll put it in, and it doesn't work on the radio. Sometimes a radio song is different than a song that works on the internet. It's just facts. Like, that's just facts. So it's like, even now, so you got this song with Nicki. It's kind of radio friendly. Honestly, and I thought Gotti was a radio friendly record.
That shit gonna be radio friendly. The Nicki shit, pussy, got that.
But Nicki's kind of borderline, just her tone. People are used to hearing her. It's just radio friendly. Nicki herself. I don't know if it's gonna work or not on radio. I know it's gonna work in the world.
That's just been spinning all.
I know you're beating Drake. It's working in radio, right? Sometimes we think a song will work, and then we get the research back, and the shit is not working. So sometimes songs don't do well. So that's what I.
Did you like the record?
So that's which one?
Be honest.
I love it. I love the
Like
record.
it?
I absolutely love
guys
it.
like it?
Yes, I really like it. This is my second.
I like Nicki's verse.
He said he likes Nicki's verse. So let me ask you a question. All right. So anyway, I say all that to say I do agree with you partially, and I do think the industry's trying to figure out how to connect what's happening with some of the younger artists, and they're emerging by themselves, and these songs, maybe some of them don't work, but how do we embrace you? How do we make it work? How do we find, so I think there's something happening, and I think people like you are changing. You're changing it, literally. Like you guys are changing that.
It's
so
just the demographics.
it just takes time, though. Sometimes it takes time to figure out how to make everything work. Anyway, I say.
Wow, man. Love or hate him, man. You gotta admit that was a hell of a gem he just dropped. A lot of artists have big aspirations of being on the radio and making hit songs and everything. Going from Spotify to the radio. And I kind of wanted to make this video to kind of talk about, what happens in between, Spotify and the radio. As you saw in the previous video, 6ix9ine was talking about the politics of radio, okay? Like I said, it's rare that, a song just organically bubbles out of nowhere and then winds up on radio. Radio stations have program directors, okay? And these program directors basically have a rotation of 30 to 40 songs that they pick. And as songs get old or as new music comes, they shuffle them in and out of their rotation. Believe it or not, 40 total songs, and you might catch on a mix show some songs that ain't in the rotation, when they got the DJ mixing on a late night show or the traffic jam. But throughout the regular day, the regular week, it's going to be a 30 to 40 song rotation. And so, as you can imagine, it's a lot of competition to get in that. And so what you have a lot of times is labels have connections with the radio stations. Labels have connections with the program directors. And even though payola is illegal and payola is paying, basically labels paying radio stations to play their music, labels have other ways of getting their artists played. Have you ever been listening to the radio and you heard an artist show coming up and the radio giving out tickets or doing the promotion for the show? Well, there you go. Doing that, it's like a little favor for a favor. And as independent artists, as small artists, we don't have the pull for that. We don't have the type of connections for that. So you would kind of see why it would make sense for an independent artist to go the major label route, to get those connections, to be able to play the game in politics. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why, even though a guy like Russ, who preaches independence, went to go sign with a label, because he wanted that radio. Everybody wants that radio because, the radio is going to put you on people that the internet is just not going to put you on, okay? Now, another thing about it is you got to play the game. As you saw on the video, 6ix9ine says, they steer away from controversy, okay? Radio stations, they don't want controversial stuff. Why? Because they have to sell ads. They have sponsors. They have all ages, kids listening to it. So you have to kind of play the game. You have to, like he said, be, smile, pretty, clean, prestige, because that's what the radio wants. They don't want all of the, every once in a while you might catch an exception, but those are exceptions, okay? Also, with the music creating, okay, there's a certain type of tempo that works on radio. There's a certain type of subject matter that works on radio. With women being the #1 listeners to radio, you would probably, be more geared to making songs for women, making songs about love. There are just many things to consider when wanting to get your song on radio. So it's funny when a lot of guys come up to me and say, man, I want to make hits. I want to make hits. You don't even know the formula. You don't even know what it takes. And then once you know how to create it on the creation side, you got to know what it takes to get it from there to the radio. I don't know, just something to put on you guys' mind. What say you? I hope this video was of value. I'll let you on the next one. Peace. If you want to stay up to date to all my newest content and all my newest courses, I highly encourage you to join the Patreon, okay? For $10, you'll be able to learn any rap skill you're having trouble with, any songwriting skill you're having trouble with, branding, marketing, and also you'll gain access to my secret society A&R Discord, okay? That's where me and a couple artists, we're sharing ideas and we're sharing content and we're sharing gems every day. You got Coach 24/7 in there. Now, if you're a serious artist, I hope to see you there.
Like we always do about this time.